So you sit down a little bit here to chat. Getting tired of sitting on my toes for these last couple hours. We've been going over passing the guard. Control the legs, control the hip, control the torso. Open the legs, controlling the legs, dealing with the legs, not necessarily controlling them, but opening them, knowing where they are. You have to open the guard. You have to get past that initial break in that guard. And again, everything's going to go to half guard. Let's assume that this guy's a good guard player and you're just not going to be able to go right into the stack pass. You're not going to be able to keep his guard totally open. He's going to get the half guard on you. Right? So, I'm going to turn this way. Again, we open. I go to move. He starts to adjust, start to turn sideways. Like I make a mistake. I put my leg out. We get into this half guard position. Okay? So I showed you the first one where we rotated and turned and faced our back to our opponent. I showed you the position where he got the underhook. Come up on your side a little bit more. He got the underhook and I stepped over. He got the underhook. I came up, stepped over and cleared his knee. We showed him getting the lockdown. Yep, he gets the lockdown. I have to get out of the lockdown. Rotate my foot out. I can rotate back and bring my foot in. Start re-wedging. Or I rotate it out. I can push. Knee cut down. We showed what happened with the knee shield. Right? I start by pushing down. If I can get this up, I just go right into my rotation again. Or if I get this up, I can go down into over-under pass. Keep your hook, keep your hook. All right, you can do that. Come back to half guard. If this knee is here, bring the knee up, and I can't push it down. I need to change this. I don't want to stay here and fight this knee shield. I knew a guy once named Drew Foxworth. Really amazing grappler. His knee shield was just phenomenal. He used to beat everybody with this knee shield. One of the ways I was relatively successful with it was changing it. Moving from the knee shield to something else. So I can grab the legs, I can stand up, I can kick my leg out and come in, or I can come up from the knee shield and drive in. You notice what Tristan does with his hands immediately. Look what he did with his hands as I drove that knee in. Now I can underhook, knee cut. It's always something I'm doing, always some way that I'm moving. Your body can move many, many different directions. You have to find what one's right. I have to clear that knee somehow. I have to change the knee. I have to get part of my body past that knee. Come back down again. Half guard. Yep. So we're half guard. Sometimes you get the underhook, you post up, and you get here. And now all of a sudden you're stuck in a quarter guard. Normally when I'm in the quarter guard, I'm lifting the arm up and I'm dropping my knee down to the ground. Hold your legs real tight, Tris, like squeeze your legs together. And I'm using this other foot to pry, to wedge, to come out. Okay? You have to be careful though, because sometimes you'll get somebody in the quarter guard real tight, clamp your legs down, and they'll bring you back across because their thighs are so tight you can't rotate your legs. So he brings his legs to the other side. I follow him to the other side. Now I'm here. So my knee is on the other side. And what I can do is I can come down underneath and I can start prying with this leg. Pry that open to a mount position. So watch again. We're on this side. He catches you with the knee with the quarter guard. I've tried to cut through with the knee shield, isn't working. I bring it to the other side. And now I bring this leg up and I start prying that open, driving that open, wedging that. Half guard again. I get the underhook. I'm going to take the arm, I'm going to put my head underneath the arm. Head goes underneath the arm, and then I'm going to frame my hips up in the air with my legs open, kind of like a Y, with both my feet on the ground, my butt in the air. And I'm going to push his legs so that my knee comes out. Right now, again, my knee is behind, my knee's not free. So we're here. I go up, I push, hold your legs tight, Tris. I push until I get my knee clear. Support the arm. Drop the hip. I think that's mine, sorry. Foot, push, and come out. Let's pause that right here. We're in this half guard position again. His knee is behind my hip, not in front, not a knee shield, but here. He comes up, I get the underhook. Okay? One of the things I can do from here, I can put my head on the ground, grab the back of his collar, hold my legs tight, Tris. Post up, push this down. Shake this a little bit if you have to get your knee free. Your knee goes and touches the ground. Your head still stays down, pinning him on the ground. Leg slides. Look what I do. That knee goes down to where my hips touch the ground. Hips down, push back. There I am. Maybe his arm is down here. If his arm is down here trying to push, I can hook his arm. Head down in the ground. Hold my legs tight. I come up, push again, get my knee to the ground. Drive my leg down. Use my other leg to clear. Case of Gatami. All those different ways that I can pass the half guard. If you're a big guy, there's a really cool half guard pass. I'm here. Tristan's knees are both together like this. I hug the legs. Once I hug these legs, I sprawl. Tristan, try to open your legs so you get good hooks. Right? So if I work away, see he's got a hook down here. Put your hook in. Catches me. If I come over this way, he catches me with a hook. So I have to go down a little bit further and hold his legs together, pin them. And then what I do is I roll and I kick one over. So I've cleared that leg on that side. All the while he's pushing hard against my shoulders, my head, and I'm just climbing. I'm still here until I feel like, oh, I can change. I can switch my base, switch my hips, and now I fill the gap. I move space so I can get my other leg in. And now I've pinned him here. Now I'm free for this arm and this leg to start climbing up. And I work my way up to passing. So if you're a big guy, that's something you can do really, really well. Hug those legs. Sprawl your body. Re-hug them as you go down lower. Switch your base. You can switch your base to the front, to the back, or you can jump over and go to the front. I can be here, half guard. Even if he has the knee, I can lock the knee, adjust, and I can come to the front too. Look where I'm holding my hand. Right underneath his legs. So as I come around to the front, I lift his legs up and drive that knee in. And I wedge my way up. Notice my hips are down low as I come up to my partner. Knees are in tight. Always occupying that space. Heavy chest pressure. Always in. Chest pressure in. Okay, come on, sit up. Those are most of the ways that I deal with passing. Again, getting to that half guard position and then fighting from those spots on the half guard. I also try to avoid the person getting the deep half guard. Maybe we should go into that a little bit too. Come down, half guard position. Okay. So we have several different kind of half guards. Let's scoot back just a little bit here. We've got the knee shield half guard, knee up. We've got the traditional half guard where he either has a foot on the outside or this foot can be over the inside too, and he gets an underhook, right? We know how to address that. I do the back step, grab here, back step over, right? So there's two half guards right there. Traditional knee shield. He's got the lockdown half guard that he can use, right? So he puts the foot in, gets the lockdown. We have the lockdown half guard. We actually have another half guard, the half guard, half butterfly. Some people call it the goofy guard, where they have a hook inside like this. Turn this way a little bit more. So this foot goes over my leg, Tristan, so you'll have a hook, and then you have your other hook in. And you're playing this kind of a game, right, where your knee is wedged up. Right? We have those to do. Again, what's the problem? What's inhibiting your movement? The knee. How do you deal with the knee? Oh, I try to push it down. Oh, I try to pop over. Even if I get over with that arm, look at what I've done now. I've collapsed his knee in here. He can't extend this leg anymore. He's locked in this position. So then it becomes easy to windshield wiper and come out and break the hook. Lastly, he has a deep half guard, where he comes under the leg, brings me in, and takes me all the way over to this side. Knees are up tight, elbows are in, we're here. Right? I don't want to be in this position. But if I'm in this position, I know how to pass this as well. First thing I do is try to prevent it. Come back around. I feel my partner, open your legs up a little bit more so I can get my knee down. Yep. I feel my partner put his hand underneath and he starts to come in. First thing I do is I roll him out. Cross face and flatten him out. From there I can hold my hands together or cup his shoulder, reach out with one, extend my leg and feed and get that over and out. Even if he's hooked with the other leg, hook with the other leg. So I can't, like, can you lock it down? I can't get it out, but I can move up to the knee and I can have the knee come out and I can clear it this way. Right? If he gets to this position under, he's got me under like this and I can't get his head, right? I'll try to regain the posture. More than likely he's going to get under. We go to this side and I want to make sure that I'm holding this knee. The first thing I want to do, hold that knee. Okay? I'm going to step around and I'll lower myself onto him. Look, I have the arm for Kimura. I can open up. I can start to come out. I have wrist lock here. Push out. Hip escape away. Armbar triangle. Omoplata. Monoplata. Lots of stuff I can do from there. If your partner is fortunate enough to get you in the full deep half guard, you have to establish a base. Controlling their leg, pushing it down. This is going to help you control the base. His job is to try to wiggle me around and make me lose my balance. I can't do that. I can attack his arms. There's chokes. Brad does a nice guillotine from here. We'll hook up the chin and flip over. But again, it's getting to a half guard position. He's in a half guard. I know how to pass all the half guards. If you know how to pass all the half guards from every single position that your partner can get you into from a half guard position, you have a distinct advantage on passing their guard. If you pass their guard, of course, a large part of the fight's over. You have to make sure that you retain the guard, or retain your pass, maintain side control, maintain all different positions of side control, progress to knee to belly, progress to north-south, move to mount, progress to the back, all sorts of things you can do. You do not let yourself get back in the guard, no matter what. The guard is the big fight. In jiu-jitsu, if you want to excel at jiu-jitsu, become good at a guard. Become really good at the guard, and you're going to develop your ability to move your legs and move the rest of your body. But passing's a lot of fun. It's a good workout, and that pretty much covers most of it. If you have any questions on these techniques or anything else, here, lift up, Tris. Please feel free to reach out to me and ask any questions. We didn't go over passing the guard from spider guard or De La Riva. We'll do another one going over those particular guard passing elements. But for right now, I think this is quite a lot of information for everybody to digest and go through. If you can focus on this part of your game for 6 months to a year, a couple of years even, it's really going to help develop your jiu-jitsu game. So thank you all very much. Thank you, Tris.